guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Nancy with Nancy's Nibbles of Life. If you're new here, why don't you consider hitting that subscribe button and joining our team. We do a lot of fun Weight Watchers content. If you are checking me out again, thank you so much for clicking on this video. This is exciting because this is the finale to my WW friendly Thanksgiving sides. So if you have seen my 2 previous videos and you're here to see the third, a big thank you for checking them out. They've been fun to do, and Thanksgiving is around the corner. I'm so excited to eat. So this video will be dealing with vegetables. So oftentimes, I think anyway, vegetarians are often overlooked at Thanksgiving because we focus so much on the big ham and the turkey. So today I'd like to bring a really festive vegetarian dish to your dinner table. And it is green beans with mushroom and truffle sauce. Sounds so good. So excited to show you how this recipe comes together. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Let's go find out. Feeling free to live my life.
Okay, let's talk about the ingredients for our final dish for our Thanksgiving WW friendly sides. And it again is string beans, mushrooms, and some wonderful truffle sauce that I picked up from Trader Joe's. I'll show you that here, but first let's talk about the green beans. I picked up a pack of organic green beans. Look how long and green and just elegant those green beans look. I think that when you're doing things for Thanksgiving, you want something a little special. So be careful when you pick your vegetables. Get the pretty ones this time, you know, because you want your presentation to matter. And these green beans are very long, they're very green in color, which just almost looks royal. So what I'm gonna do is steam my green beans because I want them to retain that beautiful green color, but I do want them to be tender. So I don't know about you and your family, but I am Southern. I come from Southern roots, and so we like a tender vegetable, not so much an al dente vegetable, but I will steam it for a bit to kind of get it a little tender before I throw it into the skillet with the other ingredients. So I have that green bean. I have what I consider the king of mushroom, and that is the portabello. So I'm going to cut these vegetables lengthwise so that they're nice and pretty and they sit well with my green beans. I have some shallot, and I also have some roasted garlic. Have you guys seen this ingredient before? I've not seen it before. It's already roasted, and you know, it's like minced garlic. You buy a jar of minced garlic, but it's pre-roasted, and it smells divine. It's heavenly when you open it up and you give it a whiff, and the color is nice and golden. So I'll be using some of that. I'm also going to use some vegetable broth and a little bit of olive oil. I'm going to saute these vegetables, put the green beans in the steamer, and then we will add that nice vegetable broth and of course the truffle sauce. So here it is. This truffle sauce is from Trader Joe's. So I know that truffles are probably not likely in this sauce because they're crazy expensive. It's probably a truffle oil that's been infused with some other ingredients like mushrooms, because again, truffles are crazy expensive, and this jar cost me $5, so just doesn't add up. But yet and still it has a wonderful truffle taste to it. And so I think, you know, in the holidays you got to make it special. So adding the truffle sauce to our green beans and mushrooms will take it over the top and just again give it something special for the holidays. So You know, we know that the green beans are 0 points, the mushrooms are 0 points. This sauce is actually 1 point for 2 tablespoons. We'll use a little bit of olive oil, and I'm going to say that this recipe per person is 1 point. And that's being generous because there are plenty of servings in this recipe. But considering that we're going to use a little bit of oil and the fact that this sauce has some points, let's go for 1 point per serving. You can't beat that, and that's your vegetable for Thanksgiving. So let's get started on this recipe. I mentioned to you that I'm going to steam my green beans. And if you've watched a previous video of mine, you know that I've recently discovered my steamer. I got this from Weight Watchers. So when I signed up, they sent over a couple of tools that would make my life easier, and this was one of them. So I'm going to load my veggies into the steamer, chop up the shallot and the mushroom, and then move on to the next step, and I'll keep you posted and with me throughout this recipe. So you ready to get started? Let's go. Okay, those green beans are out of the steamer. They look pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead, move over to the stove. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of olive oil to my skillet. I'm going to saute that shallot. We're going to add our mushrooms and our garlic. We're going to add a 1/2 cup of vegetable stock. And then that wonderful truffle sauce. Make sure that the ingredients are all combined together. A little black pepper, and then at the very end we'll add our cooked green beans and let them cook through for maybe another 3 or 4 minutes. And then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, let's go. guys, that came together so quickly, and let me tell you, it smells divine. So for the next step, it's very easy. I'm just going to take some slivered almonds and sprinkle that directly onto the green beans. And then you know what time it is. It's my favorite time. It's the taste test. Now, I didn't add any salt to this recipe because we used the vegetable broth. We also used that truffle sauce, which I have a feeling is salty enough, but I always like to add a little black pepper in my vegetables. So let's give this a taste. We got one mushroom here, a little bit of the slivered onions, and some green beans. Let's check it out. Just like I thought. That truffle comes through, really elevates the dish. This would be perfect for your Thanksgiving meal. So I went ahead and added these ingredients to the tracker. This is a serving for 6 people, and it comes up to 1 point per serving. So another very low point side dish for your Thanksgiving dinner. So I hope that you give this recipe a try. Don't be intimidated because it has a fancy title like truffle, black truffle sauce. You may love it anyway, and at $4, $5, add it to your Thanksgiving meal because it's special and your friends and your family will love it. If you're in an area that doesn't offer a Trader Joe's, Amazon. They have all kinds of truffle oils, truffle spreads, I'm sure in the same price point. Or guess what? Don't add it at all. This is still a lovely dish without the addition of the truffle sauce. So listen, thank you guys so much for rolling with me during this entire Thanksgiving trio. We started with the spaghetti squash cheese souffle, our sweet potato casserole, and now we have our green beans and mushrooms with truffle sauce. So if I don't see you before Thanksgiving, I hope that it's a wonderful one. This has been a rough year for all of us all around the world. However you choose to celebrate it, may God bless you and that it is a wonderful one with those that you love. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Bye.